Welcome to Life from the Headlock. I'm your Mississippi Madman, Logan Creed, and you are?
And the franchise, Chris Black.
All right. Nice to meet you here on the show that I've known you for several years anyway.
Good to be here.
All right. Well, this is just a series of questions I ask. You've seen a few, so help me remember the questions because I didn't bring my list today.
So you have to interview yourself.
Yeah, always prepared. Always prepared.
I left my bag in the car. But anyway. Were you a fan of professional wrestling growing up?
I was. Earliest memories of professional wrestling is me and my grandfather sitting in the living room at 6:05 watching TBS, the NWA.
Who were you a fan of?
Ric Flair.
Ric Flair.
Or any of the Horsemen.
I should have known that.
Yeah, the Robes.
I should have known the answer, but they don't know the answer. All right. Well, who trained you to be a professional wrestler?
I started with King Style Wrestling with the Godfather Ken Jeffcoat. I learned about this much in the whole time that I was there for 2 years. I could wrestle, like hit the mat and go, but I knew nothing about psychology. I didn't know how to put a match together. So if I had to credit anybody for training me, it would have to be Wade Geary.
So you were doing moves, but you didn't know why you were doing
I was doing a lot of stuff.
Moves?
I mean, I was flipping and flopping, and I was just there.
All right, well, that'll get me to an interesting part. Tell me about your very first match. Even if you weren't trained correctly, give me the first match.
My first match, I wrestled under a mask, and I was called the Barstool Brawler. And if anybody knows Ken, you know the pun behind the Barstool Brawler. I wrestled a guy named the High Flying Ace, which worked with me quite a bit. He was one of the only veterans that would talk to me in the locker room at the time. So that was my first match. I got the shit kicked out of me for, 25 minutes. Yeah, 25 minutes my first match.
I'm just going to go with did you win or lose?
No. Definitely not.
How was the crowd?
Ken always done good because he had a theory that his trainees should sell tickets, which is I'm very much a fan of. They had to sell 10 tickets to be part of the show, so he'd have 250, 300 people in the show, but the show was as interesting as watching paint dry. So that's how that
You
works.
don't go here, but when you sold the tickets, did you get a percentage?
No, indeed not. You were just happy to be part of the show.
Wow, that's nice.
Yeah, that's another story for another time.
All right. So it's like flyers, but tickets.
Oh yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah. We done that too. And I hauled the ring for 2 years with my own truck and trailer. Never got paid. So
Holy crap.
yeah.
I paid an experience.
No, that's paying dues there, brother. That's paying dues.
I was still sticking up to 15 years later.
Yeah.
But damn. All right. Let's see what's going here. What is your stance on professional wrestling today?
Horrible.
Do you like? Got to be something good you like. If you still watch it, there's got to be something you still like. But tell me what you don't like too.
I can tell you that probably in the last year that I haven't turned WWE on. I like Lucha Underground to a point with some of the older Lucha guys, but I'm old school. I mean, anybody that's watched me work knows that. I have a very old school mentality when it comes to wrestling, but I think that every style has a place. I think that I'm smart enough to know that not every match on the card can be old school. So the good about it is the fact that I know that they're letting the women actually wrestle now on the product, which is a big deal to me. Especially some of the talent that they got on the roster is huge.
Yeah, it's kind of flipped. Like now the cruiserweights get 3 minutes and the women get like
Right.
20.
Well, it was sad when the women are drawing the crowd and the cruiserweights are just doing the spots. So I mean, that's. I mean, I don't really crap on any style of wrestling. I like all styles of wrestling. I mean, even back in the '80s, you had those styles. They just wasn't as popular.
If you have a dream opponent, everybody's got one. They say they don't. That's a lie. Who is it?
My dream opponent, probably Barry Windham. I think that he was probably the most crisp mid-card talent there's ever been.
I like his Larry.
Yeah. Him or Arn Anderson. I mean, everybody, I'm sure you expected me to say Ric Flair, but to me, Ric Flair was great, but he was great because he got to wrestle great guys. I mean, he gets credited for making a lot of guys, but a lot of guys made him. You know, Arn Anderson was probably the greatest wrestler to ever be world champion.
So like, I can watch Ric Flair and damn near call the match.
Oh, me too.
I couldn't watch a Barry Windham match and do the same
Exactly.
thing. Same name.
Probably my favorite Barry Windham match was him and Dr. Death when they wrestled for the UWF World Title. So I mean, it was really good.
I saw that not too long ago.
Psychology was great.
YouTube. Thank you, YouTube.
Yeah.
I watch more wrestling on YouTube than I do anything.
Yeah.
Uh, I know you're working in local areas. Who are you working for now?
I basically more or less work for myself most of the time. I've been injured the last couple of months. I've had some back trouble that I've been dealing with, but I work for the AWF. I work for All Pro Wrestling. I work for Pro Wrestling Ego.
You wouldn't stand in there at all.
But to me, I don't really have a preference. I like to go anywhere. Any locker room's an adventure. You get to work with some good guys. So, and the Mississippi Gulf Coast is full of great talent nowadays versus where it was in the pits for a long time.
This is a question I never asked, but I'm just curious because it kind of got brought to my attention the other day. What do you feel on intergender wrestling? Believable or not believable? What's your opinion?
I don't believe that a woman could actually take down a 250-pound man. I believe that if it's done correctly, then it's very entertaining and can sell tickets.
That was kind of my opinion, and then I saw a woman that I was like, you know what, she'll kill this guy. She's in the ring with because she was huge.
What's the Andrea the Giant or
in
whatever?
My opinion, dude, she was huge, and I'm like, this little bitty old dude was like here on her. I'm like, you know what, he's gonna die, and he got killed.
But the thing about it is, you talk about women. We were just talking about women wrestling. Most of the women now are better than some of the men.
A lot. Like Bailey, she's awesome. Man. She's really good.
Charlotte Flair, you
Charlotte's
got
good.
Sasha. All those girls are great.
Surprised me. Man, I know you like Southern style wrestling. Is there another style you'll watch just for entertainment?
I love catch as catch can. I love European wrestling. I like some lucha. I'm not a real big fan of like hardcore stuff. Or I love like Shane Douglas in ECW when he would use the hardcore to make his matches run good, but it wasn't solely based on hardcore. I'm not a big fan of strong style wrestling. A lot of people forget that it's work. So, we got an email.
No, he was helping me remember a question. Where did you get the name Chris Black? Or is that your real name?
It is not my real name, but Ken Jeffco gave me the name, and he said, I see it in pink neon. The second gimmick I ever had, I was a Chippendale, believe it or not. I was in good shape then. I didn't have a gut. I was in good shape. I wore a pink bow tie and a pink glittery sequence vest. It was horrible. Almost as bad as
It's hard to hold back tears.
Almost as bad as Billy Ray Black, and that's another story for another time.
I've been masked, paint-faced, and rednecks. I ain't saying
Chief
nothing.
Ironclaw give me the name Billy Ray Black. I wore a cowboy hat. Thanks, Chief.
Let me ask you, do you know how many gimmicks you've had name-wise? I know. I've been 3.
I was the Barstool Brawler. I was the Chippendale Chris Black. I've been Mr. Wrestling 4. I've been Billy Ray Black. I've been Silent Death. They're 30, probably 30.
Yeah, a lot. Wow. That's always cool to know, though, because I had somebody ask me that, is your name Logan? No. Like, my mom couldn't come up with that.
Right.
Plus, the other guy's Logan Cruz, like 6 foot, 9, wasn't it?
I've seen him. He's huge.
Yeah. I was standing next to him. He's like, we had the same name. He just looked smart enough to come with 2 different names. I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense.
Right.
But, the next one is more or less, in wrestling, there are a lot of friends. It's hard. You know, the people turn and stab you in the back river, you know.
Right.
But if you don't think anybody on a personal level, who would it be? And there's your opportunity.
We'd be here all day, to be honest with you. At a point in time, I was a totally different person than sitting here. You know, you've known me a long time. You've heard the stories. I get a bad reputation, and it's well warranted. I promise you that. But for the guys that stuck with me, and I got away from the drugs and the stuff that happened in professional wrestling with me, and allowed me to become a different person, I want to thank them. Pharaoh Funk, Sean Black, Damian LeVay. I've known Damian LeVay a long time. We've been real good friends. He was in a similar situation, and I can tell you that those guys that stuck with me, I'll be there to the end for them. You know.
That's cool, brother. You got a show coming up you'd like to advertise?
We run every Sunday night in Kiel, Southern Championship Wrestling. You can check us out. Y'all just support indie wrestling wherever you can go see it. I mean, like I said, the coast is full of great talent.
All right, brother. I appreciate
Thank
you.
you. Appreciate you having me.
Thank you.